And now, even as the country mourns the lives of 5 innocent officers, a sickening celebration of this historic attack is spreading all across social media.
Now, here's just a sampling of the disgusting tweets we found. Quote, hopefully this boy in Dallas is getting kill shots on these pigs, end quote. Another person writes, quote, our brothers in Dallas sniping pigs, salute them, end quote. And yet another tweet reads, forget praying for Dallas. That's what happens after years of abuse. I don't feel sorry. Y'all pigs got what was coming for y'all.
So what's inside the minds of people that would post such horrific things like that?
Here to help us try to understand what exactly is going on is forensic psychiatrist Dr. Daniel Bober. He's a former mental health policy fellow at the U.S. Senate, a body that needs it badly. Doctor, thanks a lot for joining us this morning.
Thanks, glad
Just
to be here.
horrible. Those
So
tweets.
this just seems like human evil, but what's a psychiatric explanation for it?
You know, as human beings, we tend to be much more emotional than logical, and I think people are just angry and they're fed up. I treat police officers in my office every week, and they feel like they've become an endangered species and they can't do their job. So I think that rhetoric like this is just inflammatory, and it just creates division, and it makes it harder for us to find a peaceful solution.
We talk about the generalizing and people sort of like joining this mob mentality without actually thinking through what they're throwing their hat into the ring with. I mean, all these tweets, you know, they're sort of painting people with a broad brush here. What about that? Can you address this sort of mob mentality, this idea that we're all just going to jump on board without actually have any facts to back up our decisions?
Well, there is sort of a contagion effect. You know, when you're in a crowd of people and a crowd of people are shouting this kind of stuff, it sort of becomes a wildfire and it spreads, and all logic sort of goes out the window, and you just kind of jump on the bandwagon without really thinking it through.
How do you get people to change their minds, to change the way they think? Because as we are reading off some of those tweets, I mean, anyone that goes on Twitter, you see just awful things on all over the place, whether it's Facebook or Instagram or Twitter. That's just the world we live in. How do you get people that say such awful things to change their mind when they seem so stuck in their ways?
Well, I think that's why social media is a double-edged sword. I said on the one hand, you know, it can be used to spread information to bring us closer. But on the other hand, you know, people are sitting in the rooms in relative anonymity, and they feel much more emboldened to say things that they wouldn't say to someone's face that they have no problem saying on the internet.
Speaking of a double-edged sword, there's a move to basically video record everything, including police interactions with the public. Obviously, there's an upside to this. What do you think the downside is?
I think that the problem is where you start the video. I think a lot of these incidents, there's information that we don't see. For example, in this most recent incident, you know, we don't know what happens before the video starts, and you know, different people will view a video differently. People will take a different perspective. So I don't think a video is the catch-all answer for everything. I think it would be helpful to have more information, but a lot of times we just don't know the full story, even with the video.
Even some people streaming social media, people are yelling them, hey, get out of here, get out of here. No, that's okay. I'm live streaming right now.
It's more important than saving my own life.
Right. To me, we're living in this reality TV phenomenon where people are more concerned about the attention than they're actually getting than the substance of what's actually going on at the time. And to me, that's very disturbing.
That's a bad place to be.
All right, Doc, thanks so much for joining us this morning.
My pleasure.
Appreciate it. All right.